What's going on, guys? Got a new fantasy draft video for today. This was actually suggested to me by somebody on Twitter. Brett, or maybe that's Brait, as there's an exotic view on the E, said, @TacticsHD, just throwing you an idea here. Your next fantasy draft video could be with the new IG random NHL team filter. So I think it's a really cool idea. We're going to give it a try here. If you guys don't know what he's talking about, basically, if you have Instagram, follow me if you do, tactics.hd. You go to Instagram, you go to your story filters, type in NHL. The first one there, your NHL selector. Basically, you're going to click it. So I'm actually going to use this, guys, to pick which team will be for the fantasy draft. Obviously, it doesn't really matter too much because we're doing a fantasy draft. So you just have to click the logo. And let's see, the Arizona Coyotes. Okay, don't have to go very far. You guys can see they actually have a ton of different filters. This one here is kind of cool. What's your NHL rating? Let's see, what do we get here? 59. Are you kidding me? So yeah, basically for every single draft, what I'm thinking is I'll use this filter. It'll tell us which team we have to pick from. It can either be a current player for that team or a former player if I remember, that player played for that team. And I'll try and draft the best team possible. And real quick, guys, I want to thank Raycon for sponsoring today's video. I've actually had a pair of their everyday E25 earbuds for about a year now, and I really enjoy them. They cost about half the price of other leading audio brand wireless earbuds. Come in a variety of different colors. You guys can see here, I've actually went to classic black. They've also got all these different sizing fits here, so they should fit your ear perfectly. Obviously, you don't want your wireless earbuds falling out. In the last year or so, some of the top things I've noticed is just the battery life. I think it's about 6 hours per charge. They've also got seamless Bluetooth pairing. They got a lot of bass as well as a nice noise isolating fit. You can see there. That's fitting the ear nice and snug. So if you're on the plane or you're commuting to work, something like that, shouldn't hear everything else going on around you. Speaking of which, obviously you don't need the screen to be using these. If you're just going for a workout, you can listen to music while you have these in, or like I said, maybe commuting to work, listening to your favorite podcast. The company was founded by Ray J, and I know Snoop Dogg's a big fan of these, so that was pretty cool after he was featured in NHL last year. They've also got a 45-day free return policy, which means there's no reason not to give them a try. I was actually using them earlier today while shoveling the snow. Just put them up under my tube. So if you guys are interested at all, click the link in the description box below or go to buyraycon.com/tacticshd for 15% off your first Raycon purchase. Again, that's buyraycon.com/tacticshd. Throughout the fantasy draft now, guys, we're currently picking 14th, but I always like to randomize it, so I'll just close my eyes here. Press Y a bunch of times, and we're getting 28. That's not the best. Really not going to get a superstar, but honestly, considering the fact you only choose from one team every single pick, it might not be too bad. So let's see with our first pick. Braden Point just got taken. Dylan Larkin, first overall. McDavid, as we'd expect. Draisaitl, McKinnon, Kucherov, Crosby. Okay, so really no shockers, I don't think, there in the beginning of the draft. Let's see here. What team are we picking from with our first pick? It's gonna be the New York Rangers. Okay, so there's actually definitely some players there we can choose from. Unfortunately, it looks like Panarin's gone. I think he already got taken. He would have been the best player for us by far. So right now, guys, we're trying to decide between Lafreniere, who's 82 overall but high elite, which means he can get pretty good during the season, or do we just play it safe, take Zibanejad? Again, Panarin would have been a really nice pick. I think Zibanejad, Lafreniere would have to grow by 4 overall just to break even with Zibanejad, which probably isn't going to happen. Now, pick number 2 here, guys. We're going to see who we take. I feel like we'll probably show, the first few here, then I'll just, show it on camera. Arizona, okay, so the team we're actually being. I'm glad he's still here. Ekman Larsson is for sure the pick, 87 overall. If he wasn't there, that would have been a really rough, early second-round pick for us. I mean, still, this team's definitely not as good as it could be if we just picked whoever we wanted. Third round here. Let's see who are we going to get. Third round. And it's going to be Arizona again. Are you kidding me? Alright, guys. So with this pick, I'm thinking Christian Dvorak, 84 overall, high top 6. 3 of the last 4 times we've done this, it's Arizona. So I'm not sure, what the filter sees in me that thinks I'm an Arizona fan. Alright, we got round 4 here. Please, something good. Philadelphia. Okay, finally somebody new. See what we can get. Now, the highest rated player available here, Shea Weber, technically signed a contract with Philadelphia, but he never played a game with them, so I feel like that probably doesn't count. After that, there's actually a couple solid players here, both Braden Shen and Voracek. Really, who do we think is going to help the team more? Shen could be center or wing. Voracek's just a winger. Shen's a 2-way forward. Voracek a playmaker. Who's going to kind of sim better for us? Shen, I'm going to go Voracek. I feel like he probably scores more in the sim. And last one here, guys, I'm going to screen record for you, as it's just so much work. After it, I'll just turn the camera. So you can see Anaheim Ducks. Okay. I doubt John Gibson's still there, but if he is, it'd be a great pick, I think, round 5. Yeah, John Gibson is not there. I didn't expect him to be. Oh, after that, Anaheim does not have a lot going for it. Getzlav might be the pick. Yeah, he's the highest rated guy there. Power forward, which is good for the chemistry. We saw that in our Leafs franchise, so not a terrible pick. Round 6 here, guys. Like I was saying, I'm just going to do it on my phone now, and I'll turn it to show you. Washington Capitals. So I just realized I can't like turn my phone to show you as no longer my face will be on there, but you'll have to trust me at this point. So Washington Capitals, who are we gonna get? I feel like TJ Oshie is our best pick here. Honestly, it took a while to find a Washington Capitals player. So we'll do it again here for round number 7. Hopefully they give us somebody to help us out. Spurgeon just getting taken, pretty good player. Arizona again, what is going on? I don't know what it is. I'm wearing blue. Like, how could they think I'm an Arizona fan? Jarmelson wouldn't be bad. We have one defenseman so far. Pair him up with Ekman Larson. We get the actual Arizona top pair. We do still need a goalie. I think he'll probably be dependent on what team we get next. You know what I just realized? We should have taken a goalie early on, because then it's going to be tough. So our next pick's Nashville. This might actually work out really well, because there's a good chance Pecorine is still there. Matt Duchene was there, but I don't think he is anymore. Victor Arvidsson. What is Pecorine's rating? Is he? There's no way he's gone. Or is Saros maybe still here? Rene is there, 83. See, I think if we risk it and wait, like we could even get worse than a backup. It could be like a third string if like the team we're getting, both their goalies are gone. So Arvidsson's not bad, but I think we can get other players like him later on. I want to make sure we get at least a decent goalie here. So Pecorine round 8, I'm happy with that. I'm going to run it again here. Round 9. And see, ooh, Colorado Avalanche. I saw Burgundy. I was like, is that Arizona again? I swear. Colorado though. Who can we get from Colorado? Eric Johnson, Kevin Shattenkirk actually got traded for each other with Colorado, so they're both potential pickups. I think we have 2 lefties right now. Johnson, they're both righties. Offensive 2-way. Who's gonna help us out more? I'm not really sure. I think both Ekman Larson and Jarmelson are 2-way. Jarmelson might be defensive, so maybe Shattenkirk and Jarmelson would be a really nice second pair for that chemistry boost. I'm going to try Shattenkirk. Johnson's played for St. Louis, so we could still grab him later on potentially. Round number 10. Come on. The Instagram gods. Vegas Golden Knights. Okay. So not as big as like an alumni to choose from, but there still should be some players here. None of these guys have played for Vegas. Ooh, Martinez. So honestly, I don't think we have to overthink it. Nate Schmidt as well. So both Schmidt and Martinez are left-handed 2-way defensemen. They both have 86 D awareness, which is like what I was looking at. 88, 89 there for shot block, stick check. So Martinez slightly better. Schmidt though is good skating, 91 endurance. Okay, they're basically the same player. So yeah, since they're pretty much the same, and Martinez has a little higher potential, if that matters, we'll go with him. I think he might honestly go in the top pair with Ekman Larson. Then Jarmelson and Shattenkirk will be the second pair. So round 11, we're now halfway through this Instagram team. St. Louis. Okay, so if Eric Johnson's still there, that's a huge pickup for us. Our defense is going to be solid. He is still there. One of the better defensemen. Could we get anyone else? I'm trying to think. Anyone else play for... No, we're taking Eric Johnson. Let's not overthink it. So I think that's actually like our first alumni pick. So we have 5 defensemen. We're probably good on defense for a while now. Next pick here, round 12. We have Tampa Bay Lightning. I saw Yanni Gourde. Looks like he's gone. Tampa Bay. Okay. Tyler Johnson, Alex Killorn. I think Johnson's a bit more offensive than Killorn. Yeah, he definitely is. We currently have 5 skaters drafted, so Johnson's probably going to fill into our top 6. I don't think that's too bad of a pick, honestly. We could have gotten a lot more screwed. Like, that first pick being Zibanejad definitely screwed us the most, I think. But since then, we've actually been doing pretty good. So pick number 13, and it's going to be the Columbus Blue Jackets. Cam Atkinson. I think, you know, he's up there for a reason. We'll take Cam. So next one now. We're actually kind of flying through it. I'm sorry I can't, like, show you guys, but... basically, I was worried if I screen recorded the whole time, I might not have the space for the video file on my phone and it would just go away. The Ottawa Centers now. Okay. Zdeno Chara used to play for Ottawa. I think we take Chara there. Fill out the D. That's a very solid 6 defenseman. We don't have a left winger yet. We actually need 5 more forwards still, as well as a goaltender. Who we get here in pick number 15? The Red Wings. All right, awesome. So, Bobby Ryan, the newest Red Wing. I'm thinking Bobby Ryan. I don't really like taking a backup goalie to like the last pick, honestly. Although it might not make sense to do that. We could get screwed. We'll see. We'll see kind of what team. Probably an original 6 would be good, or just like a team that a lot of players have gone through. So next one here, it's gonna be the Florida Panthers. Interesting. Jason Demers used to play for Florida. We already have defense though. So, did Derek Brassard ever play for Florida? There's actually some decent goalies still available. And none of these guys have ever played for Florida, I think. Like I was saying though, I'm pretty sure Brassard played for Florida. So we'll take him there. If I'm wrong, we'll just have to like substitute an AHL player in, but I remember them trading for him or something. So next pick here, guys, is number 17. And we're going to have the Washington Capitals again. Let's see what's out there. Lars Eller. Honestly, we still need forwards. Lars Eller could be like a solid third-line center, I think, for the team. We do need the backup goalie still. Like I said, we could get screwed with the backup, but at least we have Rene as a starter. Rangers. Okay, so we got Rangers again after getting that first pick. I'm able to find one just for fast here. Was worried there, I don't know, we'd have to get like an AHL player or something. So we have 2 more picks here. I'm going to turn screen record back on. Like I was saying, guys, I just had like a lot of issues with it before where basically it would cut out what I needed at most on a really long video. So last 2 picks, and the Nashville Predators. I don't think we can get a goalie with Nashville because we already took Rene. Saros won't be there. I don't think any of these guys have played for Nashville. Now James Neal's still available. I feel like that gives us a nice shooter. I think we still have 0 left wingers, but luckily, you know, right wing can play either side usually. Last pick here in the fantasy draft. To give you a backup goalie, who do we get? Islanders. Okay, that I think Grice was there for a bit. Hopefully he still is. Praying Thomas Grice is still here. He's not. Oh no. We need an Islanders goalie. We might have to dig deep here. Alright guys, so after doing some deep digging, I found us a goalie. Chad Johnson here, 76 overall. Hasn't played hockey in 2 years. Since 18-19, he had 9 games played. You can see there 14-15, he actually played for the Islanders. I was going through checking everybody, but luckily backup goalie, like I said, really shouldn't matter too much. Overall, I actually think this team's not too bad. Alright guys, so next I'll show you the lines for this team. I did my best to make them as good as possible, you know, maxing out the chemistry boost. Now, team stats is still stellar. I'm not sure if that's because like we just chose Arizona as our team or if they actually think we're a stellar team. I don't think we're that bad. So, first line you can see is getting a +3. Voracek, Getzlav, Zibanejad. They're going to have to carry us with the boost, 89, 88, 89. Like, that's a pretty solid first line. The rest of it's 0. It was either this or like a +1 and a -1, so I just figured stay neutral. You got Atkinson, Dvorak, Oshie on the second line, which I think is a pretty good second line. Bobby Ryan playing with Lars Eller, Tyler Johnson on the third. And then we got Neal, Brassard, and Fast there on the fourth. So pretty good forward depth, I think. Defensively, all +1. You got Ekman Larson playing with Char on the top pair, so you got the offensive, defensive. Same with the second pair. Shattenkirk's the offensive guy, Dremels the defensive guy. Martinez and Johnson on the bottom pairs. Probably one of the better bottom pairs in the NHL right now. So I think, you know, solid top 6D. Goaltending, of course, Rene is our starter. Johnson backing him up. We're definitely going to need Rene to play a bit better than 83. Now, in regards to special teams, first power play unit gets a +3. Basically, just our starting lineup, but we sub out Chara for Shattenkirk. Second unit there also gets a +1. So I think we'll have a pretty good power play. The 4-man there looks pretty solid. This second unit's actually all speed. Atkinson, Johnson, Ekman Larson, Oshie. The first PK gets a +5, so hopefully that PK unit can shut them down. Even the second one gets a +1. The 3-man there, 2 zeros. So overall, I think the chemistry definitely helps this team, relying heavily on that first line, first power play unit, as well as the first PK unit. We'll see right now what our overalls are, offense, defense, and goaltending. I think, you know, they should be pretty solid, even though we are considered a seller here. 92, 92, 81. So yeah, it's got to just be the goaltending that's bringing us down, because the 92, 92 is pretty solid. Also, Ekman Larson, you might have seen there, is our highest rated player. And I feel like he should be the captain as well, because, you know, we are the Arizona Coyotes. Didn't even look like he was writing a letter, so I definitely got to switch up the captaincy here. Oh no, he is wearing a C. I just completely missed it, I guess. So, Dvorak's also an Arizona Coyote, and then Zibanejad's our first round pick. Actually, I'm good with those captains. So, we'll start simming here and hope for the best. I'm literally a day into simming. Carolina's already giving us a blockbuster. Seth Jarvis and Tyler Benson for Oshie and Chara, but obviously we're holding on to our players here. Alright guys, we're at the trade deadline here with a pretty good record, I think. 32, 22, and 7. The thing is, the NHL is so close right now, like our division especially. So we're one win back actually of first place there behind the Kings. Golden Knights still right on our tail with 69 points. Canucks 67, Flames 65. Those are the 2 wildcard spots. You can see in the Central, 69, 65, 62. So like everyone is pretty close on our tails. You can see in the East there, a lot of, low 70s. The Devils are killing it, 83 points. There was actually a time in like December, I think, where we won 1 of 6 games. I thought we were going to start tanking, but since then, January, February, we played quite well. And actually, up to second in the division, I think as low as 6th at one point we were in December. Voracek's playing pretty good there, 51 points in 61 games. So, obviously, we're not going to make any trades at the deadline. I'll show you guys any blockbusters that happen, but hopefully we can make the playoffs because we all know from the simulation, as long as you're in the playoffs, anything can happen. And it's now the end of the regular season here, guys. We finished with a record of 45, 29, and 8, so I'm pretty happy with that. EA at the beginning of the season said we were a seller. Boys on this team said bet, and we actually, I think, won the division. So this team definitely overperformed. 98 points, so 1 win shy of 100. I love it. Golden Knights there, Kings, Flames, Canucks all also make the playoffs there in the West. Blackhawks had 100, Panthers 104, Devils 105, winning the President's Trophy. Voracek at 72 points, 82 games, was our leading scorer. So yeah, I knew we weren't a seller team. Like at worst, we should have been like a conservative seller. We had some pretty good players. So Voracek 72, Getzlav 66, Zibanejad 65, more of a playmaker this year. Oshie 54, Dvorak 52, Ekman Larson 50. So 6 players there, 50 plus points. Definitely this team's like a well-rounded team. We really don't have a superstar. Atkinson there was pushing 50. Shattenkirk pretty good for a defenseman there. Overall, yeah, like I think this team played pretty well. Neil even almost had 20 goals there, just playing 4th line. So pretty happy again with this team. I was worried at one point in December we weren't making the playoffs. Rene had 70 games played, 38 and 25, 2 shutouts, .913 and a 2.67. So that's pretty good goalie stats. Yeah, he definitely performed better than 83, I think. Johnson there backing him up. Honestly, for a 76, it's about what I expected. Can't be, too upset with that. Take a look at the scoring here for the entire league. Marchand had 125 playing on Vegas. Kane 112 on the Oilers, who he's actually should have gotten drafted to, like in another reality. McKinnon 110, same with Crosby. Wheeler 107, so him and Marchand apparently are the dynamic duo. Kuznetsov 106 was with Kane on the Oilers. Stammer as well was on Vegas. So Stammer, Wheeler, Marchand, wow. I mean, Marchand's a two-way forward, and then you got Wheeler the power forward, and then Stammer the playmaker, so they probably got some good chemistry boost. Plus just 3 really good players on that top line. Absolutely went off. Forsberg down in Florida. Who was also on Florida? I think Crosby? Yeah, so Forsberg and Crosby playing pretty good. Take a look at defensemen now. John Carlson, 79 there on the Predators. Drew Doughty, 69 on the Leafs. Rowensky, 69 on the Flyers. Nice. And rookie skaters here. Kaprizov at 65. Lafreniere, 63. So I was thinking about taking him over Zibanejad. He's only an 83, but I mean, at 63 points, does that outscore what Zibanejad did for us? 2 points shy, so yeah, I don't know. I think Zibanejad did give us the +3 chemistry boost though, so I'm happy with it. We'll take a look at the standings here. We actually won the division, which I'm, again, very, very surprised by. 7th in NHL, so a lot of better teams. Just luckily, none of them were in our division. We'll see who finished last year. It's a fancy draft, but always fun to see. The top 16 actually made it, so that's cool. And Tampa Bay, from first to worst, I mean, yeah, if you just won the Stanley Cup, if for some reason Gary Bettman ever proposed a fancy draft, Tampa Bay would be the last team to say yes, because that would not do them any favors. So we'll see who we play here in the first round. I think actually it'll be the Canucks, right? Sorry, it's the Calgary Flames. My bad, because there's a team that won the Central that's ranked higher than us. So we'll see what Calgary's roster looks like. So the Calgary Flames here have Schwartz, Kopitar, and Marner on the first line. Kind of nasty. Nylander, Nelson, Pavelski. So they got Marner and Nylander, pretty cool. The bottom 6 isn't that great. A lot of high 70s. Defensively, Nurse, Schultz, 270s on the bottom pair. Bobrovsky and Net, who's an 87. Okay, so it's a pretty good team. We have better depth. They have a bit better high-end players, I think. Goaltending, they do beat us in goalie with Bobrovsky. We got home ice advantage, though. You never know. Like, maybe we can pull this off here. So Arizona versus Calgary. Let's see what happens. First 2 games at home, 4-2 loss and a 5-2 loss. We have to win the next 2. I do not want to get swept. We are like a Cinderella story to win the division. Okay, we don't get swept. 5-0 win in Calgary. 4-3 OT loss. So down 3-1. We need a bit of a miracle here. Heading home. Let's win at least 1 game at home. Come on. That's all she wrote. We lose in 5 there in the first round of the Calgary Flames. That's tough. Now, there is some justice in the world. Tampa Bay there finishes last. It gets the first pick. You guys might notice the Washington Capitals there are your Stanley Cup champions. Now, I thought it'd be cool to take a look at their Stanley Cup winning roster. So they got Scheifele, Laine... Apparently, Washington is just Winnipeg. Scheifele, Laine, Ehlers. Basically, Winnipeg, you know, former first line. Lindholm, Gurianov. Pollock's their highest rated D-man. So, yeah, I think that Winnipeg first line just carried them. Then they got a good amount of depth, you know, a lot of 80s there. And goaltending-wise, Mrazek's not even that high rated. So, yeah, I think just the Winnipeg players, Scheifele, Laine, Ehlers, carried this team. I guess we'll see when we look at the awards. But that is pretty cool. So, playoff tree, Capitals, they beat the Devils in 7, so they had the toughest road. They go against the President's Trophy winner first round. They then sweep the Blue Jackets, beat the Carolina Hurricanes in best of 7, and then the Vegas Golden Knights in the best of 7. And we saw Vegas had probably the best first line in hockey. Brad Marchand, Steven Stamkos, Blake Wheeler. So Washington definitely deserves that Stanley Cup. I'll take a look at the highest playoff scores. Scheifele there, 36. Wheeler, 36. Stammer, Marchand. So yeah, that Vegas line I was talking about. Then you got Ehlers and Laine. So 4 of the top 6 are Winnipeg Jets players. Like, that's kind of nuts. Probably shows you why Winnipeg sims so well in this game. So we're doing all the team awards, individual. Brad Marchand, of course, Art Ross Trophy, 125 points. He also got the Hart there. John Carlson, James Norris, Patty Kane, Lady Bing. Kaprizov got the Calder. Scheifele, Conn Smythe. Riddick with the Vezina, interesting. Marc-Andre Fleury, William Jennings, though, on the Avs. McDonough, Bill Masterton. Vegas was good, so I'm surprised. Usually Bill Masterton's like a player on a bad team. Jack Adams goes to the Chicago coach. Barkov, Selke, Marchand, Ted Lindsay, and then Patty Kane, Maurice Richard. I always forget to check goals, it seems. So, unfortunately, no awards there other than the Pacific Division regular season champion, but the fact that they had us as a seller coming out of the draft and we still won the division, I chalk that up as a win. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, leave that thumbs up. Let me know in the comment section if you have other ideas for future fantasy draft videos. And as always, guys, thanks so much for watching. If you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you do that. Have a nice day, guys. Goodbye.